What happened to the actors who fought for Menglong's justice? The price they paid was too high. They raised their voices, asked for truth out in the night. But in that shouting, they found how harsh the spotlight. Justice calls, but justice sometimes fares thin. These are stories of those who tried, and what befell them within. The spark, speaking up costs. The moment Menglong died, a fall, a shock, a life turned night. Many were silent. Many believed the official light. But some could not accept accident as the final script. They pressed forward, typed posts, shared tears, resistance equipped. Actress Sun Lin, mentor and friend, typed a post. Justice may be delayed, but it will never be absent. Then stones fell. Anonymous threats, her words erased. A flower pot fell on her. She was injured, her voice disgraced. Silenced, she deleted the post. Wounds beneath the surface. Speaking truth came with risk. She paid in fear, in purpose. The backlash, public and private infernos. The crowd online grew large. Hashtags and petitions swelling. Hashtag Justice for Menglong trended, numbers of voices telling. Yet the cost for certain stars was swift and brutal. Accusations, boycotts, projects cancelled, reputations pulled. Fan Shichi, alleged to be among those somehow linked, saw doors slam tight. Concert ticket sales crashed to mere dozens, shows lost light. His inclusion in Zhao Lucy's drama Love's Ambitions stirred outrage. Calls for streaming platforms to pull it. Backlash took stage. Rumors, some false, some unverified, but netizens need something to hold. So they grabbed at threads, stitched together tales, both whispered and bold. Whether or not truth aligns, the damage to those accused is real. Future roles, endorsements, voice and visibility, all potential steal. The legal reach and threats. In response to rumors swirling, bodies of stories spun. Beijing police detained 3 women for spreading false tales done. They claimed things like destroyed surveillance, forced to drink, physical assault, spliced videos, wild claims that struck at fault or occult. Investigated, detained under law, for disrupting public order's calm. One foot in rumor, another in crackdown's palm. The shrinking space for truth. For those who raised doubts, the cost was more than online flame. Social accounts erased, silent windows where once they had a name. Sun Lin, after deleting her post, must worry every night. Will speaking up cost more than silence? Will truth be worth a fight? And others? Many fans noted how posts calling for justice were muted or removed. Platforms gone quiet, censorship's gentle blade. Even when grief is universal, the story's edges must fade. Scenes you can almost see. These are moments vivid, as if in candlelight flicker. Scene A, Sun Lin at her desk in dim light, fingers trembling over keyboard, typing hope, then a buzz in the door, noise outside, threats over phone. She deletes posts, closes browser, silent tears. Scene B, Fan Shichi on stage, microphone raised, but the crowd is thin. Ticket stands empty, whispers in halls. Do you still support him? The show cancelled, rumors hanging like smoke in the air. Scene C, a netizen or 3, in a small apartment, bold words posted on Weibo. Someone powerful used him. We deserve the truth. Hours pass, account suspended, threats in DMs. Next morning, one of them injured by falling flower pot. Coincidence? Scene D, family and fans crowding around police station, hunger for facts. Surveillance footage promised, forensic tests done. But official narratives firm, no crime. A citizen holds a photo, asks, why is there no homicide? The echo swallowed. The price they paid, not just reputation. The consequences worn in cold and hot forms. Physical danger and injury. Sun Lin's injury from falling object while collecting package. Mental and emotional toll. Fear, isolation, watching one's name erased or demonized. A professional damage, lost projects, cancelled shows, loss of audience trust. Fan Shichi's concert sold only a few tickets. Dramas face backlash. Social silence and censorship. Deletion of posts, suppression of comments, absence of truthful discourse. Illegal repercussions, detention of individuals for spreading false information. Cases initiated for public disruption. Mysteries still unresolved. Even for those who paid dearly, many questions linger like smoke in dusk. Was Menglong's death purely accidental after intoxication, or was more involved? The official statement claims no foul, but many remain unconvinced. Why was some evidence allegedly destroyed or sealed, as some posts allege? Surveillance footage, USBs, reports, do they exist?
Can they be accessed?
Why the quick confirmation of cause, followed by removal of speculation but also suppression of dissent? Is silence the new decree? What will happen to those actors accused but not legally charged? How will their careers recover, if ever? The ripples. What this means for others. Because when someone raises their voice, it's not just for one life. It becomes warning for many. Actors and public figures may think twice before decrying official narratives. Fans may fear speaking up. What if exposure leads to online harassment, or worse? Social media becomes less a place of sharing grief, more a minefield. The price of truth, physical injury, cancellation, profession loss, may keep many mouths shut. Final rhyme. The question remains. They paid too high. The price of truth weighed in tears and fame and fear. But those who stood in light, though battered, made sure the darkness hears. Because truth, though buried, whispers still. In fan petitions, in deleted posts, in shook world grief. And the question pulses. Will we allow silence? Or demand justice, though the cost is steep? It began quietly. The night after the headlines fell, the glow of phone screens flickered across thousands of tear-streaked faces. But in one apartment, the light didn't fade. Sun Lin sat there, a friend, a fellow performer, someone who'd watched Menglong's laughter fill corridors during late-night shoots. She remembered how he stayed behind after filming to help a junior actor perfect a scene, patient and humble. Now his name was plastered across trending lists, and the words "accidental fall" glared like frostbite. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard. The cursor blinked. Once.
Twice.
Justice may be delayed, she typed, but it will never be absent. She pressed post. At first, the internet responded with warmth. Fans replied with red hearts and candle emojis, messages of solidarity flooding in from Seoul, Bangkok, and Manila. For a moment, the grief felt collective, unfiltered, real. Then, as the clock ticked past midnight, the tone began to change. Comment sections twisted. A few users accused her of stirring trouble. Others warned, delete this before it's too late. By dawn, the post had been shared over 400,000 times. By noon, it was gone. The weight of a single post. To an outsider, a deleted post looks trivial. A line of text vanished into the digital ether. But for Sun Lin, that deletion was thunderous. It echoed in the silence that followed. Unanswered calls from producers, a nervous manager advising her to take a break, brand partnerships quietly postponed. She hadn't named names. She hadn't accused anyone. She had only written a sentence, a belief in time's eventual fairness, but even that was too much. And yet, she wasn't alone. Screenshots of her posts circulated in fan groups like secret love letters. People whispered in group chats. She dared to say it. Within hours, her words became a symbol, not of rebellion, but of humanity's refusal to forget. Scene: the corridor of whispers. Imagine this: a long studio hallway, lined with silver doors. The hum of fluorescent lights above. Sun Lin walks through it, head low, clutching her phone. A fellow actor passes her, someone she'd known for years, and smiles briefly, then looks away. Whispers trail behind her like smoke. In her dressing room, a makeup artist murmurs, "You shouldn't have posted that." Sun Lin smiles faintly. Then who will? The room goes quiet. Outside, a storm brews, the kind you can't see on radar. The echo spreads. On the fan forums, people started writing letters to Menglong, digital eulogies, lines of poetry, artwork painted with grief. One user posted a sketch of him standing beneath a rain-soaked streetlight, smiling at the viewer as if to say, "It's okay." Another fan composed a song and uploaded it to Bilibili, whispering through lyrics about truth and silence. But the more the art bloomed, the more moderation tightened. Comments disappeared mid-conversation. Entire threads blinked out like dying stars. It wasn't just about one actor anymore. It had become a reflection of a system. How far could emotion stretch before it snapped the boundaries of comfort? Scene: the studio meeting. In another corner of the city, a small meeting took place. Producers sat around a table, scripts piled high, screens showing ratings and forecasts. Someone mentioned Sun Lin's name. Another said softly, "She needs to lie low." The room nodded in unison, a quiet decision cloaked in corporate calm. Her latest drama's release date was postponed for marketing reasons. Her talk show appearance was moved to a later season. Her name began to fade from the week's entertainment schedules. Behind the glass walls of that meeting, the rain outside streaked the skyline, almost poetic, almost cruel. The flower pot incident. Weeks later, Sun Lin was back home, sorting a delivery. She bent to sign for a package when a loud crack split the air. A ceramic flower pot fell from an upper balcony, shattering inches from her shoulder. She wasn't badly hurt, but the shock rippled through her bones. The internet buzzed again. Coincidence? Warning? Fate? She posted briefly about the incident, then deleted that, too. Her fans pleaded, "Please stay safe." But safety felt abstract, like a story she could only act, not live. Scene: the phone call. Late one night, her phone rang. It was an old colleague from the legend of the White Snake. His voice trembled. "Lin, they're saying your name's been flagged. Don't post again for a while." She exhaled slowly, staring at the ceiling fans spinning above her. "I only asked for fairness." "I know," he whispered, "but fairness comes with an invoice." The call ended. Outside, a siren wailed faintly in the distance, like a lament for things unsaid. The digital vigil. Meanwhile, fans began organizing quiet vigils. They didn't gather physically. Instead, they coordinated a time, 10 p.m. Beijing time. Thousands changed their profile pictures to black ribbons. No hashtags, no captions, just silence. That night, the feeds looked hauntingly uniform, black ribbons stretching endlessly across the screen. No words, no arguments, just digital mourning. Some say Sun Lin saw it and cried. Others say she didn't open her apps at all. But something shifted that night. Grief evolved from noise into unity. The sound of courage. Days later, a small magazine published an anonymous essay titled, "To the One Who Spoke." It never mentioned names but told of an actress who stood between truth and silence and chose the former, even if briefly. It ended with a single line: "Courage is not the absence of fear, it's posting anyway." Readers shared screenshots until the article, too, was taken down. But its echoes traveled far beyond deletion. The unwritten ending. Sun Lin hasn't spoken publicly since. She still acts, though less visibly. She paints in her spare time. Friends say she keeps a notebook filled with quotes, scribbles, and thoughts about kindness, pressure, and how art and honesty are twin blades, beautiful but sharp. And somewhere among those pages, perhaps, is another sentence waiting to be written. A sentence that will one day finish what her first post began. Until then, fans still remember. Every anniversary of Menglong's passing, someone re-uploads her deleted words. Justice may be delayed, but it will never be absent. It reappears like a ghost that refuses to fade, a spark reigniting the darkness, daring it to blink first. Because sometimes, one sentence is enough to move mountains. Sometimes, a single spark can illuminate an empire of silence.